Hey there, Cancer. It's Jen here from tarotspirit.net doing your June 2019 tarot reading. Trying to think. I think in August I will have been on YouTube for maybe 5 years. Wow. I don't know why that just popped into my head. Maybe August is important to you guys. Maybe, so we'll keep an eye on that as far as timing goes. So I was sitting here meditating, and for some reason this background music is bothering me, so I'm going to turn it off. I was sitting here shuffling, and I also have something on my computer. Everything's bugging me today. All right. Shuffling, and a few cards came out. So it's time to start. I'm using the After Tarot. And I guess there's a Before Tarot, and I want to get that deck too. I don't read them any differently than I read any cards, but sometimes something in the images catches my eye. I don't think you're supposed to necessarily read them. What they are is the traditional Rider-Waite with, if you took a snapshot of the scene, like a moment after the original Rider-Waite, it would show you, reveal more of the picture. Excuse me. See lots of wheels, things turning. Whoops. There you are. Okay. So right off, I see you guys going out, partying, or just gathering with friends, doing things together. It doesn't have to be partying. I don't know why I said that, but maybe some of you will be partying a lot. It is the summer, at least in the Northern Hemisphere. Gathering together, close friendships, feeling really supported and connected to friends and things like that. If it's always a good, and then you have the eight of rods. It's always good. This could be arrows of love. It also can be messages. If you are interested in meeting someone to get out this month, accept invitations. If you see something that you want to go see and you don't have anyone to go with, go by yourself. You might meet someone. This is things that you've set in motion, progressing quickly. So say you had met someone on you'd been communicating with someone like over social media or whatever you kids do these days. And it's someone like though, somehow. It's like a friend of a friend. It's not like some stranger, or someone you had met a while ago, and maybe they don't live around. I don't know what I'm getting, but yeah, maybe someone's coming back home for the summer for you younger people, or I'm not sure, but I feel like the sense I'm getting is that all of a sudden you guys will have the opportunity to get together. And if you do, I think it's going to be pretty intense. Like it's going to take off pretty fast now that you're in the same area, if that makes any sense to anyone. Getting really grounded, getting outside, taking walks, gardening, hiking, being near the earth, being really practical. If you want to lose weight, get up and exercise and be careful with your diet. I don't know, me of all people to be saying that. This is not me, this is the cards. He's able to delay. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this person you meet, just don't jump in too fast. I think it's still gonna like become significant and be very passionate, but resist jumping into bed with someone right off. Just give it some time. Go a more traditional route. And I'm not sure why that's important, but it's telling me that. it's just going to be better if you can take it slow and not. And it's weird because I don't see like anything negative about like you're going to be missing red flags per se, but just getting to know them, it's like going to make it even sweeter and the connection even deeper. Um, yeah, okay. The Wheel of Fortune. Things are, the wheel keeps on turning no matter what you're going through. I just heard about someone who's getting married in 2 weeks and their father was hit head on by a dump truck that crossed the line, and he's gonna live, but I mean his leg is like mangled and both lungs were punctured, and it's just terrible. And that's like, but this poor girl and her fiance are supposed to get married in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks now. And I mean, talk about life just keeps going on. The place, she's put in deposits, it's all this money and all this stuff, and the life just keeps going on regardless of what you have going on. Um, so in those types of extreme situations, I mean, you just go into survival mode and do the best you can. But I feel like it's, a lot of us can, and I include myself in everything. I'm talking to these messages are as much for me as for you. It's not me preaching because I don't have my shit together and I'm 48. Um, but you know how, something happens at work or something, something happens and it's we're up all night and we just it can really get to us. It can really just put us off track. And in the grand scheme of things, your dad didn't almost just die 2 weeks before your wedding and you don't know how you're going to handle it. It's so insignificant in the grand scheme of things. So we have to learn to ride in the center of the wheel, to stay centered and grounded, and to let things like that go. To quote my friend, I don't know I'm saying this, but let it go, Jen, like a fart in the wind. And whenever I find myself getting worked up over something stupid, which I know in the grand scheme of things is stupid, I think about that and it makes me laugh, and I take a deep breath and helps me to shrug off the things that don't really matter, right? And those types of techniques, wow, we have the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. I mean, if you want to start your own business, hello. I mean, this is the powerhouse. Um, so he's the financier. He's the practical uh, person, to the backer to get things going. He makes the business plan, the list, gets the space ready if you have to have a space, or the website or whatever. And then he's the idea guy. He's the promoter, the person that gets people excited, gets the advertising, the creative part. So he may finance it, but he's going to be the one that designs stuff and gets everyone excited. Like, this is a good idea, and here's why, and keeps people motivated even when things become, everyone's excited at the beginning of a relationship or a new idea or business venture or renovating your house or whatever it is. But after it gets, I just realized my computer actually isn't charging. But after a while, that honeymoon period is over in lots of new job, anything. And this guy, this is why he's the best leader. He can keep people motivating long after the original excitement has died down, and he's a master at deferring instant gratification. He knows, he just keeps slow and steady wins the race. He can make it, he can persevere and keep it through. So together they're almost like the tortoise and the hare, but they work together so they both cross the finish line at the same time. It's a really nice combination, and it's around the wheel of fortune. So for me, it's like you can turn this wheel yourself. Usually it's karma and the universe, and but this is saying, hey, if you want to change your fortune, if you want to be on a different side of this wheel, you can make it happen through inspiration, creativity, motivation, and good, hard, practical, hard work. You can do it. You can make it happen. And some of you are getting where you're like, oh my God, I just wanna. This is too hard. I'm done. I just want to throw in the towel. But you have someone to help you. You have a partner. You have friends. There's someone in your circle that can has skills that maybe you don't realize or can step in and help you. So maybe if you are out with people, and it doesn't have to be just women, it can be, this is obviously the tarot is metaphoric. Um, Out with people, talk about your ideas, and you might be surprised. Like someone may have a great idea or be like, "Oh, I know how to do that. I've built a website before," and together you may birth an even better, bigger idea. You will be wrapping something up, whether you think about it or not. Maybe you've decided you're gonna work this job for the summer, and there may be an opportunity, again, back to this Eight of Wands that comes out of the blue. Maybe someone's like, well, I know someone who works here, then they're looking for someone. I can, talk to them about it. And all of a sudden you may be like moving or getting a new job, like something like all your plans you had are suddenly out the window, and it can be a little bit scary because it feels like it's happening so fast. But when you really look at it, you're like, this is what I've been thinking about and planning for so long. And just because it's happening, sometimes when we get what we want, it's scary. Like we want this job so bad and we get it and we're like, we're all of a sudden have all this apprehension around it and things. So don't self-sabotage, and it's like, hey, it's here, it's time to go. This is what you wanted. Jump on board and go for the ride and just see where it takes you. You can always go backwards, but the opportunities to go forward seem to be harder for us, probably because we do self-sabotage. So don't be brave and go for it. Oh, you know what's funny? Under that was the strength card. And this is for me vulnerability. That's the strongest and honestly sexiest thing. Not when someone's pathetic, but to admit, I'm scared. I'm not sure how to handle this. I don't know what to do. I effed up. I did that wrong. I'm sorry. I'm going to move and take this new job, and I'm scared and I'm leaving my friends, but it's what I've always wanted to do, and putting yourself out there even when you're scared or nervous or can't see how it's going to work out. So some surprising opportunity, some surprising twist of fate that you can really capitalize on. Oh, you got some big major arcanas here. You got the Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers, the World, and Temperance. So right in the middle is the Lovers. It's touching all the other cards. So this is influencing the whole situation. And this is a choice, a commitment. This is that relationship I was talking about. Maybe you're going to move with someone that you haven't been seeing for very long. It's ultimately a card about commitment and really looking at using relationships as an example. It's easy to get up on your wedding day and say, yes, I do. I choose you for the rest of my life. But it's in the little ways every single day, the choices we make, those tiny little choices where we said, yes, I choose you. Yes, I choose you. Yes, I honor and choose you. And of course, you don't always have to choose your partner, because that would be, I was just talking about a friend who the minute she met someone new, she dropped off the face of the earth. It was like, really, like, and I'm older, so this was like in her 40s. It was like really like a high school kid, like just completely disappeared. So it's, we have commitments all over the place. So you don't have to become lost in someone else. I think that's what sort of that caution was. Don't become lost in someone else and lose your friends. Like, make a conscious effort regarding that. But look at, do you say yes to partying more or working out more? Do you say yes to working on your dreams or sitting around? You know what I mean? Do you say yes to your friends more than your boyfriend or your girlfriend, or vice versa? Or, and trying to get that into balance is the Temperance card. So when new things happen and we have a new relationship or a new job or a new, things are changing, we can get really in super hyper involved in something. And the Temperance card just says, again, with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like, stay centered, stay grounded, stay balanced. It's okay. Like, don't get too caught up in the current, in the energy of this turning wheel. And you'll be able to cruise through it with surprising, and this is you, surprising grace and calmness, and your emotions won't get the best of you. So learning to practice those tools of meditation and breathing and staying centered and grounded, really getting I don't know how much earth you guys, I'm sure you do have some earth in your chart. Balancing, I want you to bring some earth and fire into your emotions. So grounding it, but persevering and not withdrawing too much if things get a little intense, and letting your emotions get the best of you. But something is wrapping up. Something is definitely wrapping up and you're moving on. And I sense that it wasn't in the plan. It wasn't in the plans right now. Like, you didn't see it coming, even if you had wanted it or planned for it. But it's coming. I mean, timing, there's often not a perfect timing for anything. So it's kind of like, here's the opportunity, time to jump on board and take it. Cool. All right, Cancer. I hope you have a lovely month of June, and I'll see you at the next video. Take care.